Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We have the capability to make the world's first bionic man. Better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster.
Let's go. Hello, vinyl community. This is Rich at Embarrassment of Riches, back for the first time in almost 4 weeks, I think. I had my spinal cord stimulator implant surgery done a couple of weeks ago. Finally feeling a little bit better and able to start making videos again. So I did not make a February vinyl hauls video. I only got a couple, so it should be a pretty quick one. There's a few vinyl threads I'm wishing I had a chance to jump on before they get too late. I don't know, we'll see how it goes, especially that Duolingo one. I've got notes on that. Hopefully I can make that one pretty soon. But here I am, more machine than man now with all this metal implanted in me and various electronic devices. Feeling a little bit better. Every day, just a little bit better. So I'm grateful for that because the last 6 months has not been any kind of fun. But there's always records and music to lift me up, and here we go. And if you hear any craziness going on while I'm shooting this video, it's the two kittens we have just running amok in the house. Please ignore that because I can't stop them. They're insane. Even though February was a pretty terrible month for me physically, it wasn't too bad in the vinyl department. I had a few deliveries. I had my Interscope Vinyl Collective record delivered. I had Vinyl Me Please delivered. And I made a promise to tamp down on my mail orders and pre-orders. So I think I have maybe 3 or 4 others. Like, these monthly pickup videos are going to be pretty quick from here on out until things change. But I did get some great stuff that I really am happy to add to the collection. First up, from the Interscope Vinyl Collective in February was Brand New, and the album is The Devil and God Are Raging Inside Me. This is a reissue of a 2006 album that apparently meant a lot to a lot of people. Not me, personally. I had never heard of this group or this record before this. I mean, we can't keep up with everything. It's not possible. I listened to a few tracks before it was shipped and knew pretty quickly that I wasn't in the target demographic, you could say. It's just, it's not for me. And it seems that there were plenty of people who had signed up that weren't already members of the IVC, and their records were never delivered. So there is a shortage of this one to be had out in the wild. I've already seen it go for $150. It steadily goes for around $100. And I think the least I can do is sell it to somebody from my eBay store who's going to enjoy it a lot more than I have. Comes with a 7-inch, I believe, unreleased tracks. Yeah, I mean, nothing against them. It's a triple fold. You know, if it's your thing, it's your thing. It's just not mine. I'm sure somewhere someone is really pining for this and can't wait to get it in their collection, so it's up to me to hook them up. And this bad boy right here is over a year of me waiting for the delivery from Vinyl Me Please. It's, of course, the masterful third album, Master of Reality, from Black Sabbath, 1971. This was originally released through Vinyl Me Please as a record of the month in January of 2024. It was an overwhelming success and saw a lot of new subscribers coming just for this record. And so after they filled all the orders of the members, they found themselves with thousands of people wanting it. And so they put out an email for a pre-order for another repress. I do have the one from January of 2024 in my collection. It's great, beautiful album. It's Sabbath. What do you expect? But this album is just a tale of the problems that Vinyl Me Please has been having, kind of all rolled into one package here because they were re-releasing news that it was coming next month. It was coming in 6 months. It was coming in 9 months. Then we heard nothing when it was seemed like it would never be arriving at all. And then they said that it was in the warehouse and ready to be delivered. And a lot of us were kind of dubious after what we'd been through with this fucking company for the last year or so. And they made good on it. It comes with a great little booklet. Nothing wrong with that. I love extras. I absolutely love extras. If you got a booklet or a poster, I'm your man. I'm going to buy it more than likely. I mean, I got to like the record, of course. But I did get 2 of these, so I'll be able to have one for a gift, and I keep one for a backup. Beautiful sound, but indicative of the bed shitting that has been going on there for over a year now. And I am winding down my subscription. I say that every month only because each month I get another record that fills a hole in the collection that I've been meaning to for a long time through VMP, and just for whatever various reasons haven't done it yet. But they do hit home runs once in a while. They used to do it pretty consistently. And now the exclusives aren't worth the membership. I mean, it's just probably has more to do with me being old in that fucking fuddy-dud zone to where I am not the target demographic, which is fine. You know, I'll buy my records elsewhere. But I am pretty fucking stoked to have this. Black Sabbath, Master of Reality. Finally home. Oh, this next one I am very glad to have in my collection. It is a definite upgrade. At least where the vinyl is concerned. The jacket's kind of fucking raggedy. But it is the Beastie Boys from 1984. A-side rock hard with Parties Getting Rough. My first introduction to the Beastie Boys when I was like 13 years old. Like so many other hip-hop fans, this was where we first heard them on the classic Def Jam Maroon vinyl. You'll notice this one's got BPM stickers. It was a DJ copy, no doubt. And whatever the fuck this is. And this is taped on with masking tape, so that's never coming off. And there's Sharpie writing, and it's, yeah. But I do have a not that great vinyl copy in the collection with a pristine jacket. So I might have to pull a little switcheroo since there was only this one press. It's not like there's ever going to be a mistake about it. Classic Beastie Boys. What else is there? The song Rock Hard was with this single was actually withdrawn from the stores because there's a sample from AC/DC on there that they did not agree to. They weren't down with the sampling game even back in '84 when it was still brand new. So Rick Rubin again breaking ground in the hip hop game on that. It's a great record, and it's one of the original classic Def Jams with the catalog numbers that start with DJ. It's DJ 001 up to DJ 007, all in the maroon jackets, the classic logo. I have 6 of them now, and I'm looking for them in great condition, obviously. You can have any of them for a few bucks if you don't care about how they play. But that was, to me, the start of the golden age of hip-hop. So they mean a lot. And yeah, I mean, this is a maroon top loader Def Jam. Beautiful. You can see the fucking ring light, but you can't see the grooves. Beautiful condition. For being a DJ copy, I don't think dude ever played this because there's no noticeable marks where anybody did any beat scratching or, bringing it back. This is good stuff. And the price was absolutely right. I got it for about half of Discogs in VG+. I'm always going to jump on that. These things are far more rare than the value on Discogs or eBay would indicate. If you're a hip-hop head, you know. And really, I mean, we all wrote on our records back in the day. At the very least, you wrote your name on it because you didn't want some sucker at a party walking away with your joint and you could walk up and say, dude, that's mine, you need to give it back. And generally it was done well that way. And also my friends and I had multiple copies, like, of the classics. We all had a copy, so it was important that your copy was noted so nobody made any mistakes about it, and we loaned each other records in between all that. Awesome stuff. God damn, it's hot in here. It may seem like this is the Def Jam episode. Fuck, every episode may seem like that with my record collection. But this is another upgrade copy that I've been seeking for a long time at the correct price. The famous reasonably priced thing that we're always looking for. Public Enemy's first record from 1987. Yo, Bum Rush the Show. One of the finest hours for the Bomb Squad if you're into hip-hop, and at the height of Def Jam's powers. Absolutely ruling the hip-hop world at that time, and for a couple years before and after this came out. Some of my favorite Public Enemy songs are on this. I mean, My Uzi Weighs a Ton, Time Bomb's on here, You're Gonna Get Yours is on here. This is a Stone Cold classic. It is a slight upgrade from the two that I have in my collection presently. But if I see this for under $20 anywhere in great condition, just on principle, I'm going to buy the fucking thing, because it needs to go to a loving home and not be screwed around with in a record store or sitting in some asshole's eBay store, not going anywhere. So yeah, the price was right, and the record is a classic. And if you're going to keep putting it at a decent price, I'm going to keep buying it. I'm crazy, man. I'll keep doing it. Doesn't nearly every episode of Every Guy My Age's channel seem like let's play a game of the songs that were awesome when we were younger? And in that spirit, 1990's In Excess X, the follow-up to the Immortal album Kick, and every bit a worthy successor in my estimation, man. This one and Kick seamlessly flow into their greatness. Absolutely, top to bottom, everything is great. I was gifted a sealed copy of this original for my birthday last year from my great neighbor, and that one's been pristine and fawned upon in the house, but I want to listen to one. But I didn't want to pay $40, $50 like some of them are going for on eBay and elsewhere, and I've seen them cost more in the store. I mean, I could get a repress, but that's not how I start when I get to going with records. And the next record is going to be a longer, more painful illustration of my codified thoughts on how I go about my collection, and at painful length. So you might want to skip that if you're not really, really into the insanity of collecting like some of us are. Regardless, this one is so good. Oh man, Suicide Blonde, Disappear, The Stairs. You cannot go wrong. They were such an awesome band. Michael Hutchence was such a great singer and songwriter. Sorely missed. Yeah. I'm going to listen to this one tonight. My wife's at pottery. I think I'm going to have to blast this one. Okay. Please bear with me. This one right here. I know I've shown it many times because this, I believe, is my 7th copy of this immortal classic record from Peter Gabriel. So, and of course, it's one of the greatest records ever made, and it never leaves the rotation for things that I play at the house. Brilliantly recorded and executed by everyone involved. And if you've watched this channel before at all, you know that I am a fanatic about Peter Gabriel records. None more so than so. Now, my stating how many copies I have of this incredible record is neither a brag, nor is it a cry for help. It is me stating the way that I build my collection in the way that I see as the most interesting and most comprehensive way that I can possibly do it. I am a long-time collector of many different things, and it's kind of what led me to collect records the way I do over the course of my lifetime. There are some that mean more than others. This is one of them. There's probably 10 records I feel about the same way I do about this one in my collection. And the strategy that I'm going to reveal holds true for those as well. So please bear with me. And if anybody else is like this, I'd like to know. Really, because I cannot be the only one. Mind you, I've stated before as well that I am kind of collecting and sharing in a vacuum here in South Pennsylvania because my group of friends that I grew up with and I'm closest to is 2,000 miles away in Southern California. And although we speak all the time and text all the time, it's just not the same as hanging out, putting a record on and shooting the shit, sharing the time and enjoying the music. It's the same with my kids, both of them serious music fans, and they both love this record. That helps. Listening with friends or family adds to how much I can enjoy a record as well. So this is one even my wife doesn't mind so much. So it gets played a bit more than others. Now, if I can recall correctly, I have one of each from the Allied pressing plant, the Specialty Records Corporation pressing plant, the Columbia Records Vinyl Club, which I didn't even know fucking existed back in the day. I thought that was all just cassettes and CDs. I have a Russian pressing, which was the highlight of my collection until this one because it's different than the others in that it has Peter Gabriel's So in Cyrillic across the front, which like you never see this album with anything across the front other than the picture. Once in a while you'll see a hype sticker. I have 2 of those in my collection as well with the hype sticker and a couple with the price tags. This one though is the zenith of the collection because this is still sealed. This, I was anticipating that I was going to have to pay a whole lot more for this because there was a lot of action on this one. And I didn't break the bank. I didn't go over what I thought would be a reasonable price. And now I have, on top of all those other ones, I have a sealed one. But that doesn't mean I am done. So to my mind, when the collection is complete of that particular album, the order will run something like thus. There will be an original pressing. There will be a sealed original pressing. There will be an interesting variant import from somewhere. If there's a MoFi version, I will try to have that one as well. I really don't fucking have many MoFis. Those things are a lot of money. A lot of these are after the fact. And this one didn't get the MoFi treatment. This got a different, I think Classic Records did this as a 4LP and it fucking retailed for like $200. So understandably, there's going to be some that I know I'm not going to have unless they fall off the back of a truck. But yeah, I'd like to have a number of these pressings. I don't necessarily need to have one from every pressing plant. But if you're trying to improve the condition of your collection every time you buy one, like I bought all of these to improve on the one before it. You know, maybe there was the VG Plus, the next one was excellent. I also have a couple that are near mint, and this one ostensibly still in the wrap would be mint vinyl. The jacket I'd say is near mint. Really all I think I am lacking now in this for completion for me to be satisfied would be a modern repress. I don't care if it's on 180 gram. I've had worse problems with 180 and 200 gram than I have with any of these fucking 110s, you know, even 100 sometimes. So a modern repress, anniversary editions are good to have too. And, you know, really there's very few albums I believe that I have this treatment with in my collection. There's Graceland from Paul Simon, which I have many variations of. Still seeking that Holy Grail sealed OG, which really $50, you know, but I'm trying to pay 40. Red-Headed Stranger as well. That's an OG sealed that is going to cost a lot of money, but I've got fucking, I think 20 copies of that record now. I got almost every variation you could ponder upon. Yeah, there's not that many. Luckily, you know, there's only a few albums that hit you that hard that I personally want to have so many different variations of. Could just be me, but you know, that's the collector in me. I like different editions of things. I like special editions of things. as long as they serve a purpose. I mean, if they make a, that's how they ruined comic books and baseball cards collecting when I was a kid. Is they ruined it, enforced scarcity with foil covers and limited variations and all sorts of bullshit. And they're starting to play that game with records, and it's shooting them in the foot just about the right time for the economy to take a shit because of the dipshit in chief. So, yeah, I'm going to probably be looking for just a new, maybe 180 gram repress of this that's modern, and see how it holds up against my other ones. And I'll pick one to be a daily player because this one gets played about every week. So thanks for hanging out. It is awesome to be back. I am up and moving a lot more. I get about 25% pain relief over what I had before the stimulator was implanted into the spine. And I'll take every single increment of that 25% of feeling better because I got shit to do. So I'm happy. The staples were taken out a couple of weeks ago. I had about 30 of those in different places in my back. They had to install the battery inside me, and then they put the leads up for the stimulator. It's a whole fucking thing. Don't get any disabled people talking about their operations because we go on forever. Love you, vinyl community. I've missed everybody, and I want to personally send out thank yous to everyone who gave a shit and sent well wishes. It meant a lot. It's a great community, and I hope to meet more of you at Mike MGK Boston's party this July. I've sent my RSVP. The wife is cool with it. We're going to go up there and try to make a couple days out of it. So yeah, thanks everybody. I loved everybody's February vinyl pickups video as well. Getting my March pickups together as much as I can. Again, the stacks aren't what they used to be, but the records mean more because I've been told to focus. And that's what I intend to do. Holy shit, that was out of focus, wasn't it? That's funny. Bye.